and we kind of wanted to discuss some of them because they were quite cool. Do you want to?
Wonderful. I love it.
Okay. So the first thing I wanted to share is this person. I don't know if you can actually, oops, wrong way. See that? Maybe?
A little bit. Maybe some people can. I, yeah.
Peace is when you stop trying to fix people and start trying to understand them.
Oof.
Says.
I just got goosebumps everywhere. So, so profound and so true.
Right? So we have like four of them. Do you want to show
Yeah,
the
we have
next
four.
one?
I'll go the
Okay.
next one here. This is peace is walking home safely at night, which is yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And then the next one says, oops, oh, I keep doing the wrong way.
14.
Peace is love without condition. And I thought this was really, really good one.
And then the
That
last,
one.
I think this one's my
Yes.
favorite,
yeah,
maybe.
peace is forgiving someone who never apologized.
Ooh, that one. That's the one, right?
Yeah.
I love that there's kind of a difference between like inner peace and having peace with the people you interact with and then world peace.
Right.
And I love that you have to have one to have the other. And I think that's a beautiful sentiment. That I know.
It is, and it really starts from within us. If we're not at peace with ourselves, if
Mhm.
we're not in love with ourselves, it's really difficult to be at peace and to love anyone else.
Yeah.
So it truly starts with us. You know, that's something I've been thinking about really deeply. There's so much talk about fascism and Nazism and all of these things in the world, and I was just thinking about what would have happened if someone had helped Hitler have a little self esteem and believe in himself and being an artist. And truly, it's something I think about really deeply when we hear about some of the most infamous people in our history. It's always the same story that there's something incredibly awful that happened, or that they just didn't believe in themselves, that they like really looked down badly upon themselves because of what was happening in society, and people saying that certain groups, we don't believe that they're even human or that they deserve rights, and people take that in, and then they start to hate themselves, and that hatred, it just starts to grow and snowball, and then we have what we're seeing around the world, oppression everywhere. And for me, when I think about it, I always come back to this idea of it starts with us. It starts from within us, and that love for ourselves and how we can teach that to others. So I'm just so impressed with your program and your initiative, because you're talking about, we say consent, right? But that means that the person who is trying to do something out of consent, for me, like if you loved yourself, if you were in control of yourself, you wouldn't be trying to hurt others. So again, it's always coming back to that understanding of self-love and how peace truly begins.
I think it's also education, a lot of it. So we realize that a lot of people don't really know what sexual assault is. And so if they don't know what sexual assault is, they probably don't know a lot of things in the world in terms of like how their actions affect different people and things in a non-sexual manner too. And so all of these things I think are things that need to be taught. And think I'm an agnostic, so I think that a lot of what the world is pretty subjective, and we kind of decide what is right and wrong. And we make rules around it, and so we call out based on those rules, and we have to keep talking about them, or else I think the rules can change and they start hurting people. And so that's how I view the
Yeah.
world. I know that you view the world a little differently too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How do you view the world, Jamal?
Oh, well, I'm a Christian. I believe that all of us are children of God, and that we should love others like we love ourselves. The golden rule: treat your neighbor as yourself, or do unto others as you wish to be done to you. And I think that everybody has very like a value as a person, right? Every single person is valuable, and we should treat each other as like that is true. And yeah.
Yeah. And so we talked a few minutes ago about what other people said peace is. And I think to me, a big part of peace is being able to believe in different things but still caring about people.
Right.
So at the end of the day, he and I have completely different worldviews on a lot of things, and we still approach people the same way. We still care about people the same way.
Recording
We
stopped.
still, start the same organization together and want to do the same things for people despite completely different moral views. And I think that's what peace looks like, really.
And that's so beautiful and so important. Thank you for sharing that. And speaking of Time for Peace, that is the name of our next video. It's from Peace Boat Japan. The power of we, us. We, not she, not he. It comes from within. We've forgotten who we are and how powerful we are. Not war. It will never win. Only love from within. It's not about pouring out before you pour in. It's not about only pouring in. It's understanding we are the powerful ones. Nothing else is needed. When we connect, we win. Not when we fight. When we love, we win. But more than love, it's the belief in ourselves. We are powerful beyond measure. But the only way to actualize our true potential, our true power, is with each other. We are the ones we need. We have it all. We have all experienced moments of this, but we have forgotten. We are scared of our power. We try to control it. We try to control everything. Everyone. Trauma sets in. Trauma. 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 We are all fractured. We have forgotten how powerful we truly are. Remember. Remember. Remember with me. No, not me. With we. With we. We need each other to truly see. We need each other. We need each other. We need each other. We each have a role to play. It's not about me or you, but it is all at the same time. Now is the moment, the time we remember. We remember how powerful we each are. It's time to share our stories. Each of us holds a unique role. Each of us holds a piece. Each of us holds peace. Peace. Why is it spelled so many different ways? We each have a role in peace. We are each a piece of peace. We are each a piece of peace. And that C, it changes to culture, to community, to communication. No one more important, each one of us wildly important. It can't be done without you, without us, without we. We are powerful beyond measure, but only when we remember. It's about we. Well, that was not a time for peace, but I am honored that we got to play my video again. Really funny the way that timing works out, because we were just talking about the power of we. I love those serendipitous moments that just kind of play themselves out for us.
I love that idea. Actually, at our school, our motto is nothing about us without us. So, cool motto.
Such an important concept, and that comes from our Indigenous elders who really started that motto. And from the civil rights movement, it was really a combination of the Indigenous and the civil rights movement, but such a powerful, powerful model. I hear that we have some other guests that are going to be joining us shortly. We are going to try and play a time for peace. We're going to see if we can get that in. And then we actually have Tez and David joining us. So studio, let us know which one will be first. I guess we'll see either a video come on or some new guests pop in.
Time for peace is coming right now.
Okay. So I was just told we're going to go to the video first, and then we're going to welcome some new guests in. So a time for peace, Peace Boat Japan.
to create a strong wind, just moving out a little bit, and we all fade out. It might be hard, but let's get started. We're just taking a step. Let's step forward, not making two. First one alive, learn not powerless. We're strong, but we're not powerless. Baby, brain, take flight from roach mud. Now it's time for peace. Now it's time for peace. What we take for granted, that is peace. Peace, breathing our daily lives. It's nothing special, just smiling, being all friends. A rich earth, there's still love here. Let's share it all and love one another. We're small, but we're not powerless. We're small, but we're not powerless. Let's make another stop heal us. It won't see now it's time for peace. Now it's time for peace. Let's make our trail lesson for humanity. Now it's time for peace. Now it's time for peace. It's just complicated. It's true friendship that can reach peace. Now it's time for peace. When you sing along this song with us, all together, now it's time for peace. Now it's time for peace. Blue skies and ocean, carry your hopes. Now it's time for peace. Now it's time for peace.
Yes, yay. I don't know if everyone is familiar, but Peace Boat Japan has been sailing around the world for decades with survivors of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings. And they visit ports all over the world to share their story and encourage people to vote for peace and get involved in the movement to abolish nuclear weapons. So it's been such an honor to have worked with them for the last 15 years, and I was so excited that they were able to pull a video together to send in for this International Day of Peace.
Yeah, wow. Beautiful.
Speaking of the International Day of Peace, I hear that we have Hezekiah and David from Pathways for Peace that will be joining us shortly. And that's one of the organizations that actually helped found the International Day of Peace. They were one of the big champions that really helped get it to the General Assembly and on the floor for a vote. So it's going to be so exciting to get to talk to them on this 44th year we are in for how long the International Day of Peace has been an international day. So let's see if we can find out when they will be on. How much longer are we? Okay, So while we're waiting, let's go. Oh, wait, they're here. They're here. Okay, so we won't go to the next song, but we're going to pull in Hezekiah and David. Oh my goodness.
Hello, Rebecca. Hello.
Hi. Can we get them on screen, please? We would love to share.
You gotta
Yes,
come.
amazing. Hi.
There you are.
So good to see you.
Hello.
So good
Hello.
to see you. Such big hugs. Amazing concert out there today. Thank you so much for being with us.
Did you see it?
Yes, we did. We broadcasted it too.
Oh, fantastic.
It was amazing and inspiring. So happy Peace Day.
Happy Peace Day!
Yay. Oh,
Look at
hi.
We have my dad in here. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Awesome.
Party.
So good to see you, Amara.
Steve, it's so good to see you.
Hi.
Wonderful. We're at the
Okay. So hang on.
well, we have to move.
Okay.
Okay. We get to go on a little trip with you. Very exciting. So what location are you in? Can you tell us this beautiful space that you're at?
Well, I can show you.
I think it's the camera might be blurred. I think.
Yeah, you have your blur the background on, so
Oh,
we can
okay.
it looks like a beautiful dream, which is what this Peace Day has felt like, a beautiful, beautiful dream.
We're at the site of the World Peace Flame here in Ashland, Oregon.
Amazing.
So I don't know if we can unblur that background or
Yeah.
not, but that's where we are, and it's gorgeous, surrounded by mountains. There are trees and flowers, and then of course the amazing pavilion with the Peace Flame that houses
Yes.
the Peace Flame. It's gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Can you
this
tell everybody a little bit about the Peace Flame? I don't know if everyone knows.
well, the Peace Flame, so it was inspired by Irene Kai. She's the co-founder of the Ashland Cultural Peace Commission. And she, just by chance, came across it in Wales. And this is in 2015. And she came across the original tower, it's the World Peace Flame. And there were 7 flames brought from 5 continents to create that one flame. And so she was so inspired, and she was given a candle from that flame. And she was so inspired to bring it back to Ashland and create a World Peace Flame here. And after 3 years of organizing and work, and it finally was created, and we had a major international celebration of the lighting ceremony in September 21, 2018. That began the World Peace Flame. So it's an actual lamp which lit by biomass oil. And we had students from the middle school who were the flame keepers for 2 years, and they would keep it fueled and cleaned and so on. And at this point, last year, again with Irene's inspiration, it has been turned into the world's first World Peace Flame that's solar powered. And so it's on the Sustainability Camp Center of the Ashland of the Southern Oregon University campus. And so it's perfect having a solar powered Peace Flame, which is perpetual.
Yes.
So, yeah, and it's a very inspirational location.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that story with us today.
Sure.
And as you know, Rebecca, both David and I are going to be heading to San Francisco for our big event, which Hubcast will be broadcasting as well.
Yes, on the 26th, right?
27th.
Oh,
27th,
27th.
Saturday.
Okay.
Yes. And it begins with this incredible workshop called Graceful Passages, which allows us to kind of identify and release our unexpressed grief And I always think that this is a workshop that's really intended for our time, because as peace builders on the planet, we're all experiencing some grief. And
Yes.
so to be able to release that and come into our full power to do our work on the planet is wonderful. And then
That's
we
so
have a little
beautiful.
networking event at Grace Cathedral as well from 6 to 7:30. And then we're going to blow the lid off of the cathedral with a huge peace concert. And so it's curated by Gary Malcolm with some of the most amazing artists and performers. So if anyone out there is in the Bay Area, we hope you'll look us up and come. We'd love to see you. And if not, then come in through the global broadcast.
Exactly. You can find out all of the information at gracecathedral.com, as well as we have it listed on the Peak Institute site. It's on the map. If you click on, so right on Google, if you go to Pause for Peace, you can find this amazing event with all of the information and links to get tickets and sign up for the training as
Oh,
well.
fabulous. Great.
Yes, and I hear if you come for the training, the concert is free. Is that
That's
right?
correct. That's correct. Yes. And so no one will be turned away from the concert for lack of funding. We hope that you can purchase a ticket, but if not, just come. We want to
That's
see
so
as
beautiful.
many of you there as possible. And of course, Rebecca, I know you've been telling folks about Pause for Peace, 24-hour Pause for Peace, which we're also so very excited about. Yes.
Yep.
Thank
It's
you. Thank you
wonderful.
so much.
Well, great
So
to be here
beautiful.
with you and see you. And thanks for bringing us in.
Thank you so much for joining us. It fills my heart with so much joy.
And ours as well.
Yep. Yep.
So, and peace prevails on earth. Each of us is a pathway to peace. And let's make Peace Day every day, right?
Every day.
Every day.
Thank you.
Beautiful. All right. Take care. Good to see you all.
Hi,
Bye-bye.
Bye, David.
Much
Yay.
love. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Great to see you. Bye-bye.
Oh, I love it so much. And that's your fiscal sponsor. Such a great little surprise that they were able to join us today.
Well, actually, I interned with them too last year, so I got to see all of their cool projects. I got to be one of the speakers at the Commission on the Status of Women event for the UN, and panelist for like the high level political forum. So really cool stuff they're doing to bring youth in, and I'm sure they would have others come in too if people were interested. So
They do all the time, actually. They've got incredible programs.
they do, yeah.
I had to mention, speaking of Pause for Peace, Mike Raber is upstairs. We must have done something right this weekend because our sink started flooding for the first time ever just a few minutes ago. So he's up there actually trying to unflood us, but I'm going to go ask him. He's been such a critical part, and he hasn't gotten a chance except for 1 hour to host during the broadcast. And you know as well as me just how dear to his heart the Pause for Peace is. So I'll go start dealing with a flood and ask Mike just to come down for a second.
I love that. Thank you so much. And yes, Mike has been instrumental. He is actually the person who got me involved in this whole project. He came to me through a mutual friend and kind of presented his idea. And he's like, I know this sounds crazy, but I really think we could do it. And I could see his passion, and I'd actually been involved with a broadcast of similar caliber and magnitude in 2020 for the memorial of the 75th anniversary of the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It was the 75th memorial is a really big thing. So, oh, there he is, Mike. Yay. Hello. Welcome.
Thank you. It is good to see you. And heard your voice, been watching all day, but now I actually get to officially talk to you.
I love it. So tell us, Mike, this vision of yours, how did you help make this come about?
Well, it started with the vision of covering all 24 time zones, creating hundreds of youth orchestras playing for peace. Hence the Pause for Peace, which originally was 24 hours Pause for Peace, because we thought that we would do it in 24 hours. Who knew 4 days would be more fun? And now we have the wonderful festival, which will evolve since here, which you can find out the information off of Peak's website, which Rebecca can let you know more about. And then on the 4th, we'll have a lot more concerts, but youth-run concerts. So we can still, the goal is to give the voice, the agency back to our youth, the future leaders of the world. Who better to bring peace into the world than our children and the children of the world?
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Definitely.
Fist bump.
Yes. Figure we
Yes.
did travel kind of messing things up, so now we'll try to get our children and guide them in the right ways to fix it for us. Thank you two for helping with that.
Oh, we appreciate the opportunity, so thank you.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, I love it so much. And Mike, thank you again for bringing this crazy, audacious idea to me and to Peak. And it's been such an honor that we've been able to champion this and really bring it to life.
Yes. It has been a fun ride. It's in the beginning. That's what's so cool.
Absolutely. This is just the start. And as we're coming to the end of our hour, we've got one more song we're going to play. And then I believe we're going to go into our top of the hour with our pause and reset for our finale. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that we're coming up to the end. It's so fun. My time is coming to an end, so it's been such a pleasure and an honor to be here with you all. We have Lift Your Gaze by Deborah Falcone for our last song of this hour, and it's just been so fun. Thank you again for being here, and thank you for Amar and Jamal and Clear for being here and telling us all about your project.
Yes, we appreciate it. Thank
So
you.
inspiring.
Thank you.
Ruby locked her thoughts up and let things slide. The new town she took it to turned out the same. She leaves a bottle by the bedside, just in case it's her she needs to blame. Is it true a girl like used to rough to change? Our view is in circles of our unkept ways. When it forces you down, lift your gaze. Little boy chokes on words, and as he swallows, he swears he's never going home again. Morning comes and your heart remains hollow. April turns into November and still nothing's changed. What to do? A boy like you could live this way. Our view is in circles of our unkept ways. When it forces you down, lift your gaze. You in your head and the voices that let you hide to hide. Keep it dark and you'll march with a long ride. Let the sun rise.
And a beautiful way to play us out. It's been such a joy and an honor to be here with you. We have our global moment of silence coming up, and then we're going to get ready for our recap because we're in our last hour of the broadcast. Thank you so much for being here with us, and let's pause for peace.
Hey, Mark.
Is this a moment of silence in here?
Not necessarily. That was the Connect for Peace event that we were live streaming.
Okay.
That event has taken a moment of silence, but we don't need to.
Who am I speaking with?
Emily.
Hi, Emily. How are you?
Okay, what's up?
Nothing. I'm just
Recording in progress.
Kirk sends me a long list of stuff for every day, and I just participate in the ones I can.
Yeah, we're gonna be having a podcast starting in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I looked on the okay. The calendar I have is different than the one you have, I guess, the timing, but that's okay. You want me to come back in 20 minutes then, or what?
You're kind of hanging out down here right now. It's fun. I was
All
just
right. I gotta still work on stuff that Susan and I talked about last week. I have a bunch of emails I have to follow up with and people I have to put in my contact list. So I'll work on that while we're hanging out.
okay.
You can always talk if you want, but or not if you want, whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm just trying to put all these people, not just put them in my contacts, but put them in a way that I remember how to find them. Usually I put KR next to their name or something. Try to remember where I met them. So anyway, how have you been? Okay or not?
Well, I'm okay.
You guys do such a, in my opinion, such a heavy schedule. You guys work like 10 or 12-hour days and
Yeah.
run podcasts pretty much around the clock almost. Seems like it.
Yeah, we have at least one podcast pretty much like 6 days of the week.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just hanging here. So, you have any questions for me or anything while we're hanging out? Or you want to get to know me better or anything or not? She says, hell no. Why would I want to do that?
I don't know if I have any real questions at the moment, but if I
All
do,
right.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, you know how to get a hold of me with my email, right?
Uh-huh.
You have my email?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. All right. I'm gonna check back in later. I'll
Okay.
talk to you soon. Take care.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Emily, can you get the pause for peace back up, please?
Yes, I will in a minute. I was just sending Tim and Neil their message.
Okay.
future I got in life, shout it louder. Let the whole world know, together forever our anthem will grow. We trend for peace, we stand as one. Our billions of voices, the song just begun. With Thorax Agency, the world will see. For peace is forever for you and me.
Relief Alliance asked me what peace means to me.
What does peace mean to me?
What does peace look like to me?
What do I think of when I think of peace?
What does peace mean to me?
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Ryan Reeder. I'm the founder and CEO of GoatPaddle.com. We're a high-performance pickleball paddle company out of Southwest Florida. Just want to say Happy Peace Day 2025. This is a really special day to me and to the surrounding people that I associate with myself with. Major shout out to Ambassador Aiden McNally from Relief Alliance. We have built just a really inspiring relationship, and we're doing a lot of good for the game of pickleball and giving back to the community. Those guys work hard day in and day out just to give back and really define what peace means. Peace means to me is being able to, for sure, give back and fulfill others. I also would say being on a pickleball court is a timeless moment for me, and just allows me to enjoy the moment and really feel at peace and just at love with everything. And I encourage you to get on the pickleball court and bah like a boss. All right, Happy Peace Day.
What does peace mean to me? Really, at the end of the day, peace for me means loving people and how we show up. And love is really the basis for having a peaceful environment, being able to offer peace, being able to receive peace. A lot of that really for me just comes down to loving people, and what that means is being present, being compassionate, being respectful, being understanding how other people feel and what other people think. And not just what I think every day, but what other people think, and being able to understand how other people feel. And peace at the end of the day to me means getting along and understanding things beyond ourselves.
Aiden from Relief Alliance asked me what peace means to me. For me, as a musician, I find a lot of peace when I am able to play and sing my music and just be completely in the present moment, not thinking other thoughts, not feeling nerves, but just completely still in the moment, feeling the music and playing the music.
All right, so this is for Andy. What does peace look like to me? So peace to me is just knowing that everything is taken care of, kids are happy, I'm fulfilled, and there's no stress.
What peace means to me is having a sense of inner calm, clarity, presence, and just knowing and feeling and being in my body. Everything is all okay.
What does peace mean to me? To me, peace means that everybody that I love is safe and that I feel loved. It's a sense of tranquility that comes from within that allows me to relax and know that everything's gonna be okay.
Hi friends, Nicholas Petrillo here. I was asked, what do I think of when I think of peace? So when I think of peace in one of two ways. On one hand, you have world peace. On the other hand, you have inner peace. I feel like mankind likes to talk about how we all wish for world peace, but still there's chaos and murder and war. And the same goes for inner peace. We all want to strive for inner peace, but there's still stress, anxiety, and poor mental health. The Buddhists believe that the truly enlightened man is a man who can sit in a war zone and be completely at peace. So I believe that if we want to experience world peace, we all need to strive for enlightenment, right? And to strengthen our own inner peace. Because if we all approached each other with the love that comes from someone who's experiencing internal peace, I think the world would be a much better place. Thanks.
Hi Jeremy. The peace, in my perspective, is a feeling when our mind and heart feels satisfied. Okay, for example, if my neighbor or someone I know, or maybe someone that totally outside is in pain, and I take some action to make his feel comfortable, okay, then I feel a good feeling. That good feeling make me and my mind and my heart fully satisfied. That's a peace for me. If someone is hungry, I provide him food. For example, if my wife asks for something, my parents ask for something, and I can provide them, that make me feel good. Okay, that is a peace for me. My mind is totally satisfied, my heart is satisfied. That's a peace for me.
What does peace mean to me? To me, peace is living with a gentle spirit in this crazy, chaotic, sometimes angry, sometimes hateful world. But it's not just an absence of conflict. It's that nurturing of kindness, of forgiveness. It's reaching out to your neighbor to give them a hand up, and reaching up to your neighbor when you need that help. And the graceful acceptance that you need that love. The world needs it. Peace is love. It's that simple. Happy Peace Day, everybody.
What does peace mean to me? Someone asked me this great question, and I think it means being able to communicate with another person and simply talk to them about anything going on and come up with a good solution for anything that is coming up. So that would be if you have a problem with anything that is going on, that you can approach that person, you can talk to them, and you can find a good solution that will be a benefit to one another. And that's my idea of what peace is. And this can be done on a personal level, can be done on an international level. And big shout out also to the Relief Alliance. Thank you so much for being on my podcast, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
What is peace? It's the absence of conflict, internal or external. I think internal peace comes from accepting the things you can't change and the people you can't change, and external peace comes from seeing things from another's perspective and realizing that yours is not the only one there is.
And welcome back to International Peace Day 2025, live here from the Hubcast Campus Studios in Vancouver, BC, in beautiful British Columbia on the west coast of Canada. And we're now going into our last official hour, I have to say that. And the reason we're saying that is because we got so much content, we got so much support from people and organizations all around the world that we actually have more content to provide and to showcase than only 48 hours. So what we've decided to do is that after the official end of the broadcast, we're just going to play that out. And if people want to learn more about any specific segments, they can also go to hubcastnetwork.com, where we're going to have additional content in addition to the 48 hours, where we went into separate events, and we streamed them live or recorded them live, and those are all going to be available at hubcastnetwork.com. And I just want to bring in Stephen Fantle and into this conversation here right now, and we're almost overwhelmed by not almost overwhelmed, but we are overwhelmed by the amazing support from people around the planet. And Stephen can talk about the stats on Twitter and social media and our outreach. And for us, this was really an experiment, if you want to say that, and to see how does the world react to a 48-hour broadcast that is going to tap into a specific question. And this question for this year for this month was Peace Day. So our vision is that we're going to continue to do this on a monthly basis with different topics every month pertaining to the SDG, and how can we put out a question and a conversation for people around the world to
And I'm gonna start calling Neil here quick.
Hello.
There, Tim.
Hi, Emily.
I don't know if Neil's coming. I just called him and left a voicemail. He hasn't responded to my message, but we can still get started here, though, if you'd like.
Sure. Maybe I should call him. I can always call him.
Do you want to call him there before I get started? I mean, I just left him a voicemail too, but if you want to call him before we start, go right ahead.
Sure. 414-630. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, just a second here. I just called him.
Oh, you called him? Oh, yeah, okay.
There.
You just
I can give it to you. Yeah, 414-630-450.
45 what?
05.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't get them. Emily?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's,
couldn't
yeah,
reach them.
that's fine. I
Hmm.
can still get started right now. Anyway, if
Okay, let's start.
so welcome everybody to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gomer, and I'm a podcast assistant, and excited to bring you another episode of Workability. Tim Trojan and Neil Weber. I do here every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Central. And encourage everybody to check us out on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and so on. And if you'd like to be a guest, please let us know. And so feel free to go pass
Recording stopped.
Pass it over to Tim to kick us off. So,
Hi.
welcome, Tim.
Thank you. Hi, Emily. It's evening in Wisconsin, and Tinch is his last name. Just won today he won the World Championship hurdles. He's from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Congratulations to Tinch. And he says thank you to his mom and dad, when he got the award. It's not the Olympics, but it's the World Championship, and there's lots of races during the year. But he competed against internationally. Like I say, it's not the Olympics, but he was competing against other international runners in the hurdles. And he's jumping over these, what we call them as sawhorses in the Midwest. And he jumped over 15 of them? I don't know. And came in first place. And I believe he's a teenager. I just don't, I know there's two United States competitors, and he beat out the other guy. So this is Blue Collar Crypto. We're encouraging you to start your own business. There's never been an economy like this, not just in the United States, but in the world. Even with a recession, we're still doing pretty good. I'm not trying to say politically what this is. It's hard to earn a living. Okay. You can start your own business in the United States, and I think it's easier to start your own business than it ever has been. There's life insurance sales, and I'd like to recommend that. It doesn't require a resume. They will never look at your resume. Doesn't require a college education. And for that matter, I don't believe it requires a high school education. And there's number one way to become wealthy is the life insurance sales business. So become a salesman in life insurance, and you'll never have to look back. Even if you're not terribly good at it, you will never, ever have to worry about earning a living. So they sell something called mortgage protection, which is a great way to start. Let's talk about real estate. Wonderful, wonderful place to start your, even today, selling houses. In my neighborhood, houses sell 400, 500 grand. In New York, 800, 900 grand, $1 million, because things are generally higher, more expensive in the New York City or metropolitan area. But to get a commission on that, 50 grand in your pocket, 40 grand, 30 grand, how about that for selling one house? Real estate, life insurance. I may be starting a handyman business where I'll be making pretty good money. There's a ton of business if you're good with tools and fixing things, or fixing things on a house or around a house, or there is a lot of business out there. And if you're good, even if you're not good, you'll get repeat business. If you do the job right, you'll keep getting called back. Repeat business, residual income. I don't know if that applies here, but when they call you back, let's call that repeat business. If you cut a lawn, you clean gutters. Hey, how can you do this? Hey, can you do this other thing? Just keep going. There's so many things to fix on a house. And the business is wide open. I think people are realizing they can hire a handyman. If you advertise